Hi, Simon Bolton here. In the next video in this series on scratch building, I'm going to talk about the importance of preparing your metal surfaces for soldering, how they have to be clean and how you can do it. So, over to the workbench. Okay, we're going to solder this part of the frame to this piece of metal so that we can cut two identical frames out. Now we've filed all the edges so they're nice and smoothish, and for soldering it's vitally important that every part of the metal that you're going to solder is clean, otherwise it doesn't make the bond that will stick it together properly. So we really need to get rid of the black marker pen, and for that I use methylated spirits, which you have to be careful not to smoke, and I usually have the soldering iron off as well because it can be a bit flammable. As far as I'm concerned, it's not that poisonous, but take care when you're using it, and it's brilliant. Just a little bit of a wipe at getting rid of the marker. It does go on your fingers and stuff if you're not careful, but it's really good at that. And while you're at it, take it off this piece as well. And you might even like the smell, although it's not recommended that you breathe it in. Okay, so they're nice and, well, they look nice and clean, but we're going to make them cleaner. I'll just put the top on the meths. Don't forget to do that. Because it really needs, what you need for successful soldering is metal to metal contact between the metal and the solder and the other piece of metal, and you're not going to get that if it's dirty, which is one of the reasons that people find soldering isn't working. And it's dead easy to sort out. You just need some wet and dry, and really you don't need a shine, you need a sort of clean surface. Okay, and you can see it's clean. You get a nice sort of matte finish to it as well. Do it on both sides, just in case you forget which side you've done. Okay, and that, it really is all you need to do. Just do it quite thoroughly. It will get rid of any sort of residues of anything that you've been using, and it will make a good joint. Now, one thing I've noticed about this, now I've made it shinier, is that it's slightly curved up where I had it in the bending bars to break it. What you can do, you can squish it again between the bending bars. It really doesn't matter that much, actually. If you're worried about it, you can whack it a bit. Just get a wooden block. Don't do it directly with a hammer. And a hammer, which I did have and have lost. I'll just go and get that hammer. So here's the hammer. Don't bash the metal directly with a hammer because you'll get marks on it that are almost impossible to remove, but the wood will protect it. And then just if you're a little worried about the odd bend in it, just give it a bit of a whack. Everyone in the house loves this sort of thing. That looks nice and flat. That's not bad, actually. You could do the same with that one. Another thing that you can do, which I've read, and I'm not sure that this works, but there's no point in not doing it. If it's a bit bendy, or it's actually bent rather a lot, if you just paper it on both sides equally, it apparently causes the metal to lie flat. So there's no point in not doing it. It looks pretty good now. So that and this are all ready to solder together, and we'll do that in the next video.